Yo, King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. We got those 64 ounces of that CMOS Gold Gel, 92 of that 102 minerals your body is made of. We have it only for $45, while others have 16 ounces for 45 and 50. And they don't have an honorable species of CMOS. And I know none of them have this. I know that for a fact. This is that purple CMOS. That real purple sea moss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen to me. Some say it has that whole 102 mineral in there. I'll let you be the judge of that. Once you get it in your veins, once you blend it, you gel it, once you give it that honor that makes sense, we're going to start making some real sense out of bettering our health. This is purple sea moss. When it blows up, you're going to see them veins filled up purple to the core. You got that sea moss that the sun helps grow from in the water. You have that sea moss that the moon helps grow. Well, also you have that purple sea moss that organically, naturally, because of a lawsuit panel with the Isla, Qadr and Decree, this is grown. But very few have it. Very few have it, but I have it. And I want for you people to understand that I'm going to honor y'all with it. Now, tonight I wanted to speak on a very touchy topic. This is a topic in reference to individuals speaking on civilians. You know, if something happened and the individual gets locked up or an individual does something to an individual that's not in the street, the first words you hear out of someone's mouth is, oh, that person is a civilian. Well, let me give you an understanding of an old-time remedy from people like my grandmother, my grandfather, all the old timers. Well, they got an understanding in their communities that civilian or not, they don't turn over the individual. Oh yes, if an individual like an older lady was bum rushed, hurt, shot, killed, we understand these things. Yes, that person is a civilian, but we can't use that same ideology when it comes down to an individual who could just mind their business or can fix the problem without going to law enforcement. Let's speak on that. Let's speak of the mother or the grandmother or the aunt or the woman, even the crackhead in the streets and sees her neighbor or somebody in their community that they know their family do and they see them doing something wrong. They check them or they go right to their parents. Bottom line, get the blame of being a snitch on them terms. Because then somebody can get an understanding and say, well, damn, that person didn't want any type of acknowledgement for telling. That person didn't want to just lock these individuals up because they're young and they're wild and they're doing things that others don't do at an older age. So they just feel like, I'm going to call the police. No, that's not okay. We have too many individuals that may not be police, but that can help you in your community. We have many motivators in our city. We have one to speak on Wallow. An older person can always call him or jump in his DM, I'm almost certain, and say to him, listen, this is going on. I want it to be resolved. Is it possible you could talk to these guys? They sit on my steps. They leave trash. I don't want to call the cops. Some of them start, putting drugs in here, hiding here, whatever, Wallow. Can you help me? And we can fix it that way and tell that young man that I did tell you this, but I'm just a person who isn't in the streets. Opposed to and locking individuals up. Now, my honor goes out to Juicy Wrld, another young black successful man going on the right path that made some wrong decisions and try to, some people hold on to things that they done in the streets even when they make it because they're not for sure that they really made it yet. So we give him an excuse on that. If he was allegedly doing anything that had to do with negativity, whatever the case, we understand that everybody was young at the time. But I want to say to OG Shabazz. Boosie has every right to feel the way he feels. The reason why is because he has a son. He has a few sons, if I'm not mistaken. You think that man wants to hear about his son getting in a position like that on an airplane, doing whatever it is he's doing? Lawfully, it's no one's business. He has a right to do whatever he pleases until you see. No, 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 no. You observe, you think, you don't know. You might even smell, but that doesn't mean these individuals are selling drugs. Let's get an understanding here. Weed is predominantly legal across not just America, but the world. Let's get people to look into the fact that if this guy had enough honor in him and he went to Juicy and said, look, I see what's going on. You gotta pick another time to honor this flight. I can't carry it like this. Now listen what I would do. I know an individual, or I can turn my back. This one, whatever the case, but not calling the police, putting that man in a position of fearing his life when he's doing something right. He is, how can I say it? He may not be the perfect individual, but I'm pretty sure, like most individuals that come from the street and go into that, they gotta start letting go of certain things, little by little, shortly by shortly. It's not a thing where though you just give everything up. So it's not our duty, and my thing to the air pilot guy, let me control this. Let's fly you somewhere, you cunt of a man, and I'm gonna sit you here, post you here on the top of a mountain where people can see this is the cunt who goes around minding other business. His honor is snatched and he can never get it back, because at the end of the day, we are not to go to authorities to get our young people out of the way, nor our older people, nor any people. How about that, huh? Let's get an understanding that we can help individuals first before we do something like call the law. In this instance, a mother loses their child, and it's not really to drug addiction, although he may use drugs. But she loses her child to an individual who didn't care that he had a mother at home. Yes, jail is just as bad as death for some mothers. I know my grandmother, she died because she always wanted me to be free. She always wanted me to be home. I couldn't get an understanding, so she died while I was in prison. Youngins, we got to start getting our heads together and getting an understanding that prison isn't the place for any human. Okay, you honored a couple of hours. Take that couple of hours and figure out you an honorable earn. It's just that easy. I know I've done it. It's going to be some ups and downs. Every moment is a struggling moment when you're not a billionaire or something of that nature. Even hundreds of thousands and millionaires, they got to pay rent. They got to pay for something. This price that was paid, it was a price that one could say, let's have price and mark this down. And come on, let's keep life going. Instead, this individual, he took time out to lock this young man up. And I'm saying to everybody, just because you're a civilian, do not mean you have to go out of your way to lock up people that are doing things wrong. If your life isn't in danger, older people, if you weren't feeling threatened like someone want to harm you and kill you, try to fix it through one of us, man. I'm a guy that's giving it to you raw, live, and direct. See, I get the understanding to the people of stop recycling crime. You see what that cunt 6ix9ine is doing is recycling crime. He's able to come back out here and participate in this world based off of what he done as a crime and was able to tell on other individuals. That to me is a weak man's game, and no one will ever get their punishment in their form of rehabilitation by doing that. Everybody, that judge messed up. No, that judge had any type of honor or any type of care about being a judge. that judge would have made sure that he got his fair share of time of what he participated. And I don't wish jail on anybody. But guess what? You don't be the one that hype it all up. Yeah, boy, everybody, that's my day. This, that, and the third. Then when you call the gorillas to come out to be gorillas for you, you tell on the gorillas and the whole situation that you kind of created, you tell. I don't understand it. We got to be more focused. People, make sure y'all tune in. KingErnestCMossGold.com. That's KingErnestCMossGold.com. There is no other websites. Yes, I promoted lots of websites, but none of them ever had this species of sea moss. Every time I research or every time I group up, I tend to find out a knowledge that people don't get an understanding, and I know my way, so I give it to the people. And if they're not with my way, I go another way. I also want to say to everybody that's working on a package, I appreciate your patience. You know you're not ordering from a website that's only getting 2 and 3 orders. We're servicing 300 to 400 people a day easily. And every day is new 300 to 400. Other ones come back a month or so, but guess what? We're making sure you get it correctly, and more than anything, I just got to tell y'all again, man, that purple sea moss is of honor. I got the best purple in the world. Yes, in the world. Let's talk brain cells. Let's talk nonsense. Let's talk sense. Nonsense don't add up to anything but a jail cell. Sense, plain sense, it add up to you having a mindset of graduating in life without ever having received an acknowledgement from a classroom or anyone. Youngins, you go to school, don't go to school to learn for the damn diploma. Get your education to have knowledge of everything. Come on, get it and don't miss it. Make sure y'all understand and make sure y'all tune in. Y'all know where y'all seen it first. That you never seen real purple. You never seen it till you came here. Come on. You didn't. That stuff didn't fluff up in the water. That stuff laid there like the stuff in a fish tank. But this honorable King Ernest Purple Sea Moss Gold is the best of the best. You must click the link in the bio. Get it for somebody during the holidays. I don't celebrate, but what's a better gift to give somebody than somebody that got something to do with honoring their health? And y'all know I got it raw for y'all. I got it raw, but more than anything, I got it gelled up so you can get right to it. It's about clearing our mindsets up. Individuals start getting an understanding of making sense and not using that word civilian. We rebuild villages, right? Right. You know what that means? Villages helping out one another. They police their own. They don't call the police officer who's going to reach for their gun and might put another mother in harm's way of having her child buried. Let's get it together. Let's help out everyone. King Gurner, people going to say, King Gurner, well, won't you be the one? No, I'm not a motivator. Wrld 267 is a motivator. He is the one who has been putting a lot of that in place. I'm just an individual restoring honor. You got other individuals that have their angles. You can't be mad at these people. You got to make sure that you tune in and do the right thing amongst what you say. So each man got to kind of like police themselves instead of always get on the phone. Civilian, yes, we understand. People in the streets do not add people who are not a part of this, whether old, young, tall, small, or whatever. Do not put them in your nonsense. But people who are not in the streets do not see a person selling drugs on the corner and call cops. Talk to somebody in the community that won't call a cop and that'll talk to that person and they can kind of say, well, you know, you do your thing or whatever. Why don't you hide it so the youth won't see it? We got to come to grips with some understanding, huh? And I'm pretty sure any man that's on that street, in them streets, I get that understanding real good and be like, I appreciate you even telling me this, and I won't do it because it's an extra charge with these children watching. I'm in front of a school. Whatever the case an individual will do, if you got some honor to him, and if an individual that is a civilian that's not a part of the streets come to them and speak to them, you probably get a good answer. But if you don't, you get us to talk to them. Don't lock them up, man. King Earner live and direct. Tune all the way in. KingErnestCMossGold.com And remember, this Honorable CMOS is a new journey of life, not just for you, but me also. Live and direct.